that pay cut is nice, but he still has to prove that he is worth his contract because what he did last season was not $30 million worth. James Harden, I believe he could be way better than he was last year.
The 76ers, big news for the 76ers. James Harden re-signed. Was it a 1-year deal? Let me actually look it up. I see it right here. He took a pay cut. It's like a 1-year plus one it's a 1+1 contract. He took a $15 million discount. But it said reports say that he's locked in with the Sixers and he's eager to go to work. He said he wanted to take a pay cut so they could add players on the roster. These are his words. This is his quote word for word. Had conversations with Daryl and it was explained how we could get better and what the market value was for certain players. I told Daryl to improve the roster, sign who we needed to sign, and give me whatever is left over. This is how bad I want to win. I want to compete for a championship. That's all that matters to me at this stage. I'm willing to take less to put us in position to accomplish that. We have a much deeper team. That's something we wanted to address. And if you look at our team now, we're positioned to go a lot further. I like how we stack up to the rest of the top teams. This offseason, they signed PJ Tucker to a 3-year deal worth $33 million. They signed Daniel House to a 2-year deal worth $8.5 million. They picked up DeAnthony Melton in a low-key move that a lot of people didn't even talk about in a trade. They signed Trevelyan Quinn, the G League MVP. I don't really care about him, but he's on the article, so I have to read.
Shout out Gen 4.
But the big pickups, PJ, Daniel House, DeAnthony Melton, I think those are really solid pickups, especially PJ Tucker. But what do you guys think about the whole 76ers situation? What do you think about their position in the Eastern Conference? James Harden taking a pay cut, their additions, Athletic Affairs. What do you think? First off, start off with you.
Those are 3 big signings, really. PJ Tucker has been on multiple championship teams. DeAnthony Melton been on the Grizzlies, seen what a playoff team looks like, a number 1 team in the NBA. Daniel House, another great role player. I think that James Harden taking the pay cut proves that at least at this point in his career, he's about winning. That might not have been the case for the past 10 years before this, but I think now we can kind of see that is his top priority. He doesn't want his legacy to keep being criticized because he doesn't have that ring. So, I mean, I think all those guys are guys who can help them get a ring if they stay healthy.
I agree for the most part. What about you, GOBBY? What you think?
First off, I want to ask how much money is he getting paid? What's the contract again?
32 million.
Wow, he really took a pay cut. That's still a lot of money.
Yeah,
it's still a lot. But
hey, I'm gonna give that fat man his credit, bro. Good job, Harden. I really want to give him his stuff because he decided to take a pay cut to try to win a championship. Now, that pay cut is nice, but he still has to prove that he is worth his contract because what he did last season was not $30 million worth. James Harden, I believe he could be way better than he was last year. Hamstring and stuff like that.
He was still actually pretty good, though. Not gonna lie.
He was still pretty good for most standards, but for
Harden standards,
yeah.
How much of a liability?
$33 million. So
not that's what that's the main thing with Harden. But that team is nice. What the Sixers are doing is nice. I like the fact that Harden took a pay cut. All they need, bro, is really just the health factor, and a coach that can't choke. Doc Rivers, he's going to continue to choke forever, so I can't really trust that team. But outside of that, I love the move. I
believe he's still there, honestly.
It was reported like 2 months ago as well. It was almost like a week after they got eliminated. They were saying, "Yeah, we're going to keep Doc Rivers."
I think they kept him is because I think the reason why they kept him was because they felt bad about what happened that season. They were really good. But then Embiid got hurt, and he just wasn't himself.
I think next year will be make or break for him. Honestly,
yeah, I agree. I think this year is make or break. Well,
that's what I mean.
But what do you think? What do you think?
This helps James Harden. I basically agree with both of them, saying this helps them be more flexible with their cap situations. They get better players for their depth and stuff. James Harden, it seems that he's completely being I wouldn't say, absolutely selfless, but I love superstars or all-star caliber players who take pay cuts just for the financial situations for organizations. I think we've seen players do it before, and now with Harden doing it, it's clearly that he's trying to win a championship. He's even stated it before, and with his actions, it's showing right now. So going from $48 or $47 million to $32.5 million helps the Sixers a lot. That can be more flexible with what they want, and yeah, this is a good thing for the Sixers. Harden, it's just a matter of now like staying healthy and being. We know how he is. It's death taxes and Embiid missing like 40 games, right? Harden, I mean, we just saw like one of the biggest declines from a superstar. If this is the beginning of his decline, some people argue his injury. I think it has something to do with that personally. I don't think he'll average like 30 again, but Harden, he should still be one of the best players in the league when he's fully healthy. Yeah, and then the depth, I don't know. I heard they were trying to trade Tobias, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
Thanks for checking out this episode of Hoop Concessions. If you want to listen to more episodes and clips, click on your right. And if you want to listen to this specific episode, click on your left. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a nice day.